6:11, if you're looking for something to watch to close out the holiday weekend, Disney Plus is out with the first 2 episodes of a new action series.
You're a Hawkeye!
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Marvel Studios Hawkeye is about a pair of hero archers taking on some bad guys around Christmas time. I talked about it with Kuya P of Nerds Rule the World.
I am super excited for this. We are post Avengers Endgame. Clint Barton survived. We lost Black Widow, so we're post Blip, and we're gonna get a little bit more now with Clint Barton in the MCU universe. We now see him in New York trying to spend time with his family. He's a little bit older now. He's gone through life and heroic battles with Thanos, and so he's trying to have some downtime. And it's leading up to Christmas, and through this amazing new series, we're going to get introduced to the amazing Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld. She, by all intents and purposes, and if you're familiar with the comics, is the other Hawkeye. So I think we're going to get a little bit of a transition from Jeremy Renner to now Haley Steinfeld, who's going to take on the mantle. And if you're also familiar with the female Hawkeye, she also led the Young Avengers. So hopefully this is signs that we're going to get a whole new Avengers team. And it's parts Die Hard is how I like to phrase it when talking to other fans. But it's just going to be more great MCU fun with superheroes and seeing our characters kind of bring us into the new year and Christmas and some fun. A lot of new villains are going to be introduced. I'm just so super excited with what they're going to do with this series.
All right, for those of us who are confused already, what is the Blip? Explain that for us.
So the Blip, if you were plugged into this whole Avengers Endgame, we had a character by the name of Thanos. He was the big evil bad guy throughout this whole lead up in these first kind of cinematic phases of the Marvel universe. Big purple guy out there in the universe trying to take over the world, take over the galaxy. And he has this amazing weapon called the Infinity Gauntlet. And throughout the different films, he was collecting these stones. And then once he had all these stones and he put it into this gauntlet, if he could just do a snap of his fingers, he could change things. And so one of the big snaps that he did was he snapped his fingers and cleared out the majority of the population around, obviously on Earth and around the world and universe. And after our heroes triumphantly defeated him, we're calling that post-Blip. So the Blip was the actual action, and the post-Blip is now everybody coming back. And so that's kind of like where we're at with the super fans that are loving this storyline. And so now we're going to see what has happened post-Blip with all of our characters. Now that our heroes are triumphant, what are they doing now? And that's one of the big gateways with the Hawkeye series.
If you didn't know that whole backstory, can you jump right in, or do you need to do kind of some research before watching this?
I think it helps with the experience if you go back, but you definitely don't need to do that. If you want to just go and enjoy where you're at, the story starts off with very familiar things that we all know in basic concepts, heroes, villains, but you do get a richer experience if you go back.
That's Kuya P of Nerds Rule the World on Skype, talking about Hawkeye on Disney Plus. It's 6:14.